What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly set up OBS Studio so that you can start streaming in 2025. It can be a little bit daunting. There's a lot of different settings, but I'm only going to go over the ones that make the biggest difference. And then if you want, I have tons of more advanced tutorials right here on my channel, so subscribe and check those out if you want to get a little bit further into this. But for today's video, we're going to get you up and running so that you can go live with a really nice and crispy looking stream just like mine. But really quick, before we dive into the video, I want you guys to know that it's very important to stand out in the sea of streamers. There's millions of people trying to become streamers nowadays, whether you're on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, and it's very important to stand out. And that's where you guys got to check out the sponsor for today's video, Owned.tv. Owned.tv is your one-stop shop for fresh new graphics for your stream. Whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, you'll find something that's a perfect fit for your channel. They offer full themed overlay packages, which are great if you're trying to give your stream a complete makeover, but let's say you're looking to pick up some new alert graphics, don't worry, because they've got you covered there too. You could find single graphics such as alerts, emotes, banners, panels, and logos as well. And one of the best parts about these overlays is that they are completely modular. So if you and your friends all pick up the same overlay, such as this Rodan one right here, you could change the colors and tweak it to match your brand, and none of you will have the exact same overlay. If you're looking to take your stream to the next level, be sure to check out Own.tv using my link below to support the channel. And don't forget, use code HAMMER at checkout for an additional 50% off your order. Now, back to the video. Alright guys, so here we are. I opened up my OBS. Now my OBS is set up with a bunch of different scenes and sources and all of that good stuff. I have videos on the channel talking about how to add scenes and sources to your OBS. So for this video, we're going to focus mainly on the settings, right? The settings are what drives OBS, what makes your stream stand out and look really nice and crispy. And a lot of people mess up these settings, so pay close attention when we start here. So the first thing we're going to do is come down to the bottom right-hand corner. We're going to click on settings. That's going to bring up our settings window. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so it's easier for you guys to see. So in our settings here, we start off in the general tab. Now in this general tab, there's only like one or two things we want to talk about, right? We're going to scroll down a little bit to source alignment snapping. You're going to enable this. I have mine set to 9.0 sensitivity. This is just preference, but what this is going to do is help you align different sources in your scene. It could snap to the edges of your screen. It could snap to be centered under your camera, things like that. It'll just help, with setting up your scenes. Now, after that, over here on the left side, we have the appearance tab. Again, this is just how OBS looks to you on your computer. This is completely just preference. You can change what it looks like. I have mine set to Yami. That's what I like. So that's what we're going to go with. Over here, this is where it starts getting kind of important. Come over to the streaming tab. Now for your service, this is where you're going to select the main place where you're going to be going live, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, it doesn't really matter, but this is where you're going to set it up. So for the purposes of this video, I have mine set to Twitch. If you're going to do Kick, you would set it to custom and then put in your stream URL and your stream key. And if you're going to do YouTube, you would select YouTube or Facebook, etc. So let's just leave it on Twitch for now. That'll allow you to log into your Twitch account right here, which will pull all your information from Twitch right into OBS. No need to go and find your stream key and your URL. That's all we have to do right here, except one little thing that people ignore. And that's going to be this little box down here that says ignore streaming service setting recommendations. This is going to allow you to bypass that 6K limit for bitrate on Twitch or Kick. You're going to check this box, and then later on, we're going to set it to 8K. And you can't go to 8001, you can't go to 9K. It has to be 8K on the dot, and I'm going to explain why later. Come over to the left side, go to output. This is where the bulk of our settings are going to be for our stream. So under the streaming tab right here, make sure you're set to advanced up top. Streaming tab. Right here, your audio encoder. This is not really relevant. Just leave it on whatever the default is. Your video encoder, though, you want to select your GPU. So if you have an NVIDIA GPU, select NVIDIA NVENC H264. If you're using an AMD GPU, select the AMD equivalent. And then come on down here to the encoder settings. I have mine set to the rate control as a constant bit rate. And you're going to set your bitrate to 8,000, 8K, no higher, no less. Keyframe interval is going to be set to 2 seconds. Preset, I have mine set to slowest or best quality. You can drop this down if you're having encoder overload errors, but I would start at P7 and then work your way down if you are getting any errors. Tuning, you want to set this to high quality. Multipass mode, you could set this to 2 passes quarter resolution if you want. I have mine set to full resolution because I have not really any issues with streaming. And profile set to high, look ahead is unchecked, adaptive quantization is checked, B-frame set to 2, and no custom encoder options. Coming over to our audio tab here, sample rate wants to be at 48, and then under your global audio devices. Now, this is where people tend to get a little bit confused, right? So for desktop audio, this is going to be if you're using a gaming headset, right, that has like headphones and a microphone, you're going to select your desktop audio to be those headphones that you're listening to things in, and your microphone is going to be the gaming headset microphone. For me, my microphone is the broadcast stream mix because I use a Go XLR. So all of my audio is mixed down into the Go XLR and then broadcasted over that broadcast stream mix. Ignore this desktop audio that I have as music right here. That's a little bit more advanced. You guys don't need to worry about that right now. So set your mic and your desktop audio device to whatever it is that you're using, whatever the devices are that you're using. If you're using a standalone microphone, set that here. If you're using standalone headphones, put that as your desktop audio device. And then we're going to move over to the video tab on the left-hand side right here. And under this one, this is where your base canvas resolution is going to be whatever your monitor is, whatever you're gaming at. It's 1080p, 2K, 4K, set that to be your base canvas resolution. And then if you're streaming, set your output scaled resolution to 1080p and then 60 FPS down here. I only have mine set to 2K for the output because I'm recording right now. When I go to streaming, I switch this back to 1080p because Kick does not support 2K streaming yet. So your downscale filter, you know, if the resolutions match, there's no downscaling going on. If you're gaming in 2K and you're downscaling to 1080, you would want to select Lanczos here. I can't select it because I'm not downscaling, but you'll have Lanczos as an option and select that. For your FPS values, like I said, set it to 60 unless you want to stream in 30 FPS for some specific reason. And then other than that, under hotkeys, this is where you can kind of bind keys on your keyboard to perform any functions within OBS. You can pretty much do everything in OBS right here. You can have everything happening. So you can bind that to any extra keys that you have. Accessibility, this is kind of like just like different color settings, not for your stream. This is just for you on OBS. And then under advanced, you want to make sure your process priority is set to normal. Don't set this to above normal or high because what this does is allocates more resources to OBS Studio from your PC. So you'll start losing frames or lagging in other things that you're doing outside of OBS. Under the video tab here, we have it Direct 3D 11. Color format is NV12. Color space, I have it set to 709. And color range set to limited. If you set your color range to full, what happens is your stream becomes extremely dark, so I wouldn't recommend that. SDR white level 300 nits. HDR nominal peak level is set to 1000 nits. If you want to add an intentional stream delay, you can do that right here as well. You would enable this and then set the, you know, the delay that you want to have. You can enable the automatically reconnect option, which I definitely agree with. You should have that checked always. If you drop internet for, you know, a minute or 30 seconds, whatever it is, your stream doesn't go offline. Your viewers will just get a screen that pops up that says like this stream is trying to reconnect. And then when your internet comes back, boom, you know what, you'll be back online without your stream ever going offline. And that's really it. That's everything you need to go live in OBS. And if you guys want to learn how to set up scenes and sources, I have tons of videos on the channel. I'll link one down below. Subscribe to the channel if you ever need any of this stuff. This is what this entire channel is about. Tutorials with OBS, Meld Studio I've been working with a lot lately, and I love it. I just did a few videos on that, so check that out if you don't like OBS. It's a little bit simpler and definitely better for newer creators to get started. So yeah, check those out if you want. And go follow me live on kick.com/hammerdance. I stream Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're almost a partner on Kick. We're pushing. We need like a little bit more. Probably within 7 days, we're going to hit the requirements for partners. So I'm super stoked about that. And I would appreciate any support you guys have. Just throw the stream up in the background when I go live at nighttime and go make dinner, whatever you want to do. Every little bit helps. And on Kick, just being in the stream helps support the stream and grow the stream, and it's a great experience, so I've been really enjoying it. But either way, guys, thank you all so much for watching and listening in. Keep those hammers up, and I'll see you next time.